Looking at this R&D performance table, it has been a titanic battle between ourselves, Aston Martin and McLaren, of who is fighting for that 4th position. Aston Martin have gone ahead of us again. Looking at the progress history, you can see it has been a year-long battle, really, ever since we caught up to them around about Great Britain time. And it's just been up and down, up and down. But you can see Alpine have once again made a further stride forward, so they're still the 2nd fastest team. Mercedes are just in a league of their own. Hello and welcome, by the way. Hopefully you are good. Make sure you leave a like if you are enjoying it. Don't forget to vote in the poll on who you want to see me drive for next season. But hopefully we can have a good positive race here. I love Circuit of the Americas. Unfortunately, I don't think our pace is tip-top, but we will try our very best as always. Here we go then, up to the line, and it's a 1:30.6, just behind Lance Stroll in 3rd. I don't think that was anywhere near what our potential is today, but a good start nonetheless. Should be comfortably through to Q2. And there you go, surprise, surprise, we're through in 14th place, so gonna need to be a lot better in Q2 if we want to get through, but not too bad. Happy to get through Q1 so easily, but once again, just well off the pace of Charles Leclerc, and that has been the story all season, to be honest. Here we come then, up to the line. We know what we need to do, and it's a 1:30.1. That's probably not going to be good enough to get through to Q3. Need to be in the 1:29s, but at the very least we're 5/10ths quicker than we were in Q2. And once again, we know how valuable it can be to have that new set of tyres at the start of the race on the mediums, but we're just absolutely nowhere near where we need to be at the moment. Well, here we come up to the line. Oh, and we go over in P10. Well, we are through to Q3. That was last-ditch lap there. Wow. Through to Q3. I'm not sure we can do much better than that, but we're through anyway. We knock both Aston Martins out and both Alpha Tauris and presumably Giovinazzi or Ocon. No, George Russell in the Williams, in fact. He got through to Q2. That's an excellent lap from Mr. Saturday. But it's going to be a very tough Q3, you feel. First lap in Q3, and it's 1:30.3. That 0.4, sorry. That was on the old start of Q2 tyres. Everybody's times seem to be going down. You can see that we can easily make some time in this first sector.
A lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
I mean, we might as well give it a go. Nah, too wide. Yeah, lock up now. So we need to get the fresh set of boots on and get back on with it. Well, by far our best lap of the day as we come up to the line. And we go P5. What an awesome lap. A second quicker than our previous lap in Q3. A 1:29.4. And that might even be quicker than Charles Leclerc. And it is. Well, look at that.
Let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Hamilton, Bottas and Sergio Perez. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Well, we really pulled out that lap there right at the end, and boy did we need to, because we were in big trouble. And somehow we've pulled a P5 out of today, and hopefully tomorrow we can show similar race pace.
Here we are then in one of the fastest growing cities in the United States, the fabulous Austin, in the great state of Texas. The circuit itself 14 miles southeast of the city centre and home to the US Grand Prix since 2012. The latest in a long list of iconic tracks to have that honour. We're racing today then in Travis County, Texas, where 20 corners and speeds of up to 200 miles an hour await us on this magnificent racetrack. It's 60% full throttle with plenty of good opportunities to pass, especially through the 2 DRS zones into turn 1 and at the end of the long back straight into turn 12. What a race we have in store today.
Hello, Earth to Anthony. Earth to Anthony. He's not there.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, the captain, Charles Leclerc and Raikkonen, Vettel, Hamilton, Stroll and George Russell, Ocon, Fernando Alonso. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Antonio Giovinazzi and Norris. They've taken a grid penalty. Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Mick Schumacher and Nicholas Latifi. Mazepin and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot today. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
So here we go then. We are down on the track. There is a possibility of a 2-stop today, soft, and medium, which may well turn out slightly quicker depending on what tyre we go on to. If you go on to the hard, you're committing to that, aren't you? It's such a tough decision, because that will give us the track position. That will potentially give us the fresher tyres throughout the race. What if I was to swap the middle stint for medium and do that for softs at the end? I think that one looks possibly the best to me. Come in a lap earlier. Get the medium tyres on. I think we've got to try something different to the guys in front. Let's be honest. That lap came out of nowhere yesterday. I'm not sure we've got that sort of pace. And you know, we'll give it a good go. We'll see how we get on.
Is good, but we need to learn the gears. So
of course, if we are leading,
we're going to need some work on the brakes. So put some energy into them and warm the tyres as
well.
Or
if there's an early safety car, potentially we do come in and stick the hards on. That is the couple of options that we do have up our sleeve, but it's a risk going for the 2-stopper because I feel like nobody else will be doing that. But as always, we try our best. We see where we can go. That new set of medium tyres, so that could be crucial for this race. I do honestly feel that.
No rain expected. No
we'll try
rain
our best.
expected
We'll
for the
see
time
how
being.
we get on, and I'll see you guys at Lights Out. Here we come then, round the final corner, and of course we are lining up on the inside line of as well. As we go up the hill, we're going to potentially have a chance to have a good go at Verstappen and Perez, maybe even Bottas, depending on the start that we get. Leclerc is going to be having a look around the outside. Raikkonen is going to be excited as well, but my plan is to get off the grid, head towards that left-hand wall, and go down the inside. So here we go. Lights out, away we go. Here at Austin, it's a decent start off the grid, but look at Charles Leclerc. What a start for him. We have a look down the inside, but look at Raikkonen. Oh no, it was Hamilton actually. Hamilton made the big move, and Mick Schumacher is out of the Grand Prix. What on earth happened there? As we look at Hamilton. Look how many spaces he's made up in the first corner. He just went down the inside. Don't know what happened necessarily to Mick Schumacher, so let's see if we can work out where he is. That's probably him, isn't it? Or is that... Oh, wow. Well, there you go. You can see it straight away. Mick Schumacher just straight into the McLaren. He's out of the Grand Prix. And straight away, we have ourselves a safety car. We're down to 5th behind Lewis Hamilton. Oh, it's a virtual safety car, beg your pardon. Rather than a full-blown.
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
So this could be a chance to re-overtake Lewis here. All depends when this virtual safety car will end. It's always the bit you just have no idea, no concept of.
VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags.
Well, here we go then. Great move on Lewis Hamilton. Caught him napping a little bit. But he's still down our inside. And we just lost it a little bit on the exit and had to back out. And now we're going well wide around the Turkey Turn 8 style corner. Make a little bit of contact with our teammate Charles Leclerc, who I think is going into the pits. Well, what a shame.
Charles is in for his stop.
When teammates collide, eh? But we are back underway in this USA Grand Prix, and I think it's going to be really, really tough to get back ahead of Hamilton, to even stay ahead of Raikkonen, to be honest.
Penalty.
The virtual safety car is out again. I'm not entirely sure what has gone on here. Oh, well, maybe I do. There's yeah, I'm not sure what's happened to Raikkonen, but he's lost his front wing, and well, that's very, very strange. He certainly didn't lose it with us, but well, there you go, virtual safety car again. Not quite late enough in the Grand Prix to consider a pit stop here, because of course it's virtually a free pit stop under virtual safety car conditions.
Car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
And we're back underway straight away. We were caught napping that time.
The track is clear. Green flag.
Raikkonen holding up the rest of the field. That's certainly going to help us out a little bit. But at the end of lap 2, already well behind the front 4 here.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within one.
Well, there's been another incident. I think it's Lance Stroll, as he had an engine failure or something. So he comes round. Yep, engine failure. I mean, what a crazy start to this Grand Prix. Another incident, and well, is that going to be a full-blown safety car? Could well be. Could well be. So Lance Stroll out of the session, but no safety car as yet. Well, there goes Sebastian Vettel. I mean, that was very risky from the 4-time world champion. Went down the inside somewhere you wouldn't normally overtake, but he is going to have us here. He's got DRS. That's going to be an easy move for Seb, unless we can hold him off through the corner. But oh well, Fernando, what?
He's taken some damage. You may start to notice it.
What's he doing?
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Well, we're going to come into the pits this lap. I know it's a couple of laps early. We are going to switch onto the hard tyre strategy, but we are just absolutely nowhere on this set of tyres, and we might as well get in and hope that potentially there is a safety car that comes to the rescue here. But, well...
Go now.
It has been rather a disaster, darling, so far. We are away.
These tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
And somehow just in front of Charles Leclerc. But yeah, we're going to try and get to the end of the race on these tyres. It's probably not going to happen, but we will try our best. I just, yeah, have no confidence in the car. Well, you join me on lap 12, and we are in 7th position. We've made it through the guys that have stopped, and you can see how far behind Fernando Alonso we are. We just don't have the same pace that we had in qualifying, and even Charles Leclerc behind doesn't seem to have anything to respond to us. He's on the medium tyres, but hasn't really threatened coming past, although we go a little bit wide there. That's surely going to give him a chance. Going up to this next corner, he is right in our gearbox now. Spoke too soon or what? Let's give ourselves the best possible chance here. Does shove his nose up the inside. He's right in our gearbox. This should be the chance that Charles Leclerc needs, although he is going to have to come into the pits again at some point in this Grand Prix. He's having a little look around the outside, but we managed to stay ahead. A little bit of oversteer there as we come through there, but we're fine. Panic over, but still looking at getting some good points today, but we're just not in the same league as the guys ahead. Well, there goes Leclerc into the pit lane then.
Charles is in the pit. Our gap to the car in front is 11.5 seconds.
So we're now no longer under pressure from our teammate, but he didn't manage to find a way past us. We got 14 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Honestly, it has been a snooze fest so far. Absolutely no action. Not really under any pressure from those McLarens behind. And yeah, just counting down the laps, to be honest with you.
Hards. Norris behind. They're on old hards.
Ooh,
okay, get
wow.
to leader, 32.
I mean, that was so close.
Strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 9 laps to go.
Lost it a little bit out of that corner, but we're okay. But he's gonna surely do the switcheroo. He's now on our outside. Oh, we just about stay in front. Well, that was the most action that we've had since the pit stop. And, well, Norris still trying to find a way past us. We have got 8 laps to go
Be aware we
in this Grand Prix.
levels to start falling away soon.
And there you go, Norris has made the move now, so he's in 7th. We will have a chance on the straight with DRS. We have got better straight line speed than pretty much anyone on the grid, so here we go. Let's see if we can get our position back. I think we're maybe too far, but we are closing in with a heck of a speed here. We go to the inside, and we go too deep. So Norris is through into 7th position. And well, that's probably the end of our Grand Prix in terms of action. Here we go then, final lap of the Grand Prix, and yeah, I've been bored to death really of driving these last 14 laps. Had a little bit of fun behind Norris trying to close in on him, but a couple of little mistakes meant that we just dropped off the back, and I've sort of lost interest since then, and that's why we've dropped so much time. But nice to see Charles Leclerc has managed to make it up into the top 10 now, and you know, It's good to see pace on his side of the garage. You know, hey, we're going to finish 8th place, which, considering we needed a last gasp lap to get out of Q2 yesterday, I'm pretty happy with that. So, you know, we got to go out there, we got to take the points. We know that there'll be other opportunities for us to get more points towards the end of the season. We were pretty good around Mexico last year until we had the engine failure. So there is part of me that knows that this is just a stepping stone to future success. Brazil, of course, we've got a good chance. Australia, we did alright last year until the very last few laps, but well, that's annoying.
Time penalty for that last incident.
Well, that's annoying. Just running a little bit wide, and I think Charles Leclerc might beat us as well. Yep, unbelievable. Well, P10. Never mind.
It was a magnificent race and a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for Red Bull today. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win.
Well, the Red Bull won too, and once again, you know, they're putting pressure on Mercedes towards this end. Sergio Perez winning this one, Max Verstappen in second, Bottas third, Hamilton once again having some reliability problems, but I think he still finished fourth. We will find out in a second.
Not the result our points leader wanted, but it certainly makes things interesting going forward. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
Well, you've put me in a bit of a tight spot today, but I think I'll go for Pierre Gasly. He kept a cool head under pressure and made the most of some difficult circumstances.
Let's move on to the Constructors. The lead at the top comes down after a strong weekend from the challenging pack. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Well, we're now down to 8th in the driver's standings. Don't think we've really got a chance of 5th or 6th now, so it's a big old battle with Daniel Ricciardo to try and finish 7th. We're just ahead of Charles Leclerc as well, though, and 4th looks fairly secure in the Constructors. But you wouldn't believe Lewis Hamilton was over 100 points ahead of his nearest challenger a few races ago. Now just 49 points. This championship isn't over. Max Verstappen can still do this. And that's maybe a little bit surprising that they didn't allow Verstappen through. But I suppose with Bottas only 9/10 of a second behind, they just couldn't afford to do that. But there you go, there you have it. If you've enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for more F1 content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.